I believe anybody can have anything they want. It really is just a matter of believing in yourself and then being willing to work until you get there.
This podcast encourages and empowers you to create your own unique real story, develop your own unique real statement, and discover your own unique real self. The power is yours. Good night, Anton Kraly. How are you doing on this wonderful, beautiful night?
I am doing very well, enjoying myself.
That's wonderful. What part of the world are you in right now?
Currently in Austin, Texas.
Sweet. All right. Well, do tell us which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this specific time in history.
Yeah, that would be the mission that I'm on, trying to empower as many people as possible to be entrepreneurs and get some more freedom in their lives.
Well, sounds good. How are you doing that?
Well, I'm using the vehicle that I know best, which is by building e-commerce businesses. I've been doing that for a while now, so trying to share how I do it and really the easiest way that people can get started.
All right. Where's the best place for someone to find out more about this?
Yeah, they could just go on Google, and if you search for my name, Anton Kraly, you'll find podcasts that I have and videos on YouTube, or you could just go to my website at dropshiplifestyle.com, find everything up there as well.
Dropshiplifestyle.com. I love that. Tell me a bit more. Like, where did the inspiration come from to start this?
Yeah, so I'm 34 years old, so I've been doing this for a little while. But in 2013, I had sold some of my websites, some online stores. Kind of had some downtime with not much to do, and was just on the internet, and I saw that people were out there, looking for different ways to build businesses that didn't cost a ton of money and take up a ton of time, and they didn't need loans for. And that's kind of what I was good at. And luckily for me, I got my start through books. I read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, read the book, The 4-Hour Work Week, and that gave me kind of a jump start. So I thought, let me share what I know and help others like I was helped through those books.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, Kiyosaki.
Oh, yeah.
I remember reading that book in like one night.
Yeah, same thing. I remember I was like, how do I not know this? And, love my family, have great parents, but I was like, oh, these things make sense. These concepts make sense. So yeah, great book.
Yeah, definitely. So why will you continue to be this guy? Definitely, you are in the minority, yeah, but nevertheless, why will you continue?
Well, it's just, I really enjoy it. It makes money, so obviously not complaining there. But it's something that like I never sit at my computer and think, oh man, I have to talk to this guy or this girl, or I have to, answer this question. I really do enjoy seeing other people kind of have that freedom that they're earning, right? By doing work, by building businesses. And I enjoy helping to facilitate that.
Were you always from Austin, Texas? Were you born there?
No, I'm from New York. I've been out here for about 3.5 years. And before that, I actually lived out in Southeast Asia for about 4 years in Thailand, then in Vietnam. But now we're out in Austin for a little bit.
All right. Well, do tell me one other thing that you've done consistently over the last 3 years, please.
Yeah, a big thing that I do over the past 3 years, probably a little bit longer, is try to keep almost a journal online, but not a personal journal, more of a business journal. Whenever I try something new or have an idea, I just open up a document on Google and just make a quick note. And that really helps me in case anything shifts in business one way or another. I can go back and kind of locate what might have happened. Something I didn't do my first 5 years in business or so, and then things would change and I wouldn't really know why. So I recommend everybody do that as well. I call it like a change log of everything I'm trying.
How do you like quick search that?
I could just open it up. It really is a Google document, and I could just hit, Command F and search for any keywords.
All right.
So maybe Google Ads, or I could search for a date, and I could just scroll through it, and I could see different things that we've been trying.
That's a great idea. Of course, amazing audience. If you're listening and you are running on a PC, then it's Control F, so it'll do the same thing. Oh, that's super cool. Wow. Love that. Do you mix personal stuff in that as well?
Not really. I do keep track of a lot of personal things, but this is more so just for the business.
Yeah, that's super cool. All right. Well, tell someone out there why you think they should do what you've done by not just being that guy that makes errors, right? But definitely finds a way to course correct along the way.
Yeah, because if you don't, we think we have good memories as humans, but we really don't. Even something that might have happened in someone's life earlier today, they might remember it differently. and it doesn't say anything bad about the person. That's just how we are. So when you can actually have records and have these notes, it's not a guessing game, or it's not, oh, think this is what happened. It's just the actual information.
Amazing audience. Again, we are live with Anton Kraly, and you can look him up at dropshiplifestyle.com. I love the name dropshiplifestyle.com. Pun intended, yeah?
Yes.
Well, Anton, let's switch gears for a moment. Let me now invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm blue Caribbean water. Anton, what's your earliest childhood memory?
So it's funny. I think this is a memory because I've always had it with me, but I remember being in my parents' house, and I remember getting on a scale and weighing myself, and I remember it being 33 pounds, which I don't know how old I am. I'm not a small person, so it was going way back, but I do remember that. It's been with me for a long time.
Oh, that's intriguing. So why do you think this memory is so clear?
It's really strange because there's nothing specific about it. It was like the oldest house we lived in. We moved out of probably when I was, I don't know. It was like my one memory from that house, but just being a really little kid, somehow getting my way on top of the scale and having that locked in my head. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm lost as well. Like I there's nothing I can gain from that. But definitely
Right.
it's fascinating though that you remember, and you spoke about the memories, right? And how important it is to record.
And what made me think that it's, when I was 5 years old, I could remember it, and it's just always been there. And it's funny because now I have a son, and he's 17 months old, and he weighs like 29 pounds right now. So I was under 2 years old, and somehow that's the one.
That's intriguing. All right, all right. If we fast forward to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
My favorite song, that was when the CD Now in the States came out, and they were shipping like 12 CDs for a penny. And I remember the first batch I got, I had the Green Day CD. So Green Day, Dookie, that would have been it.
All right, all right. Well, you're definitely someone that's great with numbers, aren't you? Like you keep popping in numbers like if it was yesterday.
Yeah. Well, thanks to calculators and computers.
All right, Anton. Well, we've arrived at our destination. But before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready?
Yes.
Anton, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Many people.
Are you married?
Yes.
Do you have children?
Yes, one.
Do you believe in God?
I do.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes, I do. Since high school.
All right, all right. Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No.
How about 3 hours a week?
Yes.
What about screen time, the phone and the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
Probably more.
All right. What about meditation? Do you meditate?
Not traditionally, no.
All right. What is traditionally?
Yeah, when I picture meditation, I picture people, sitting there just in that state where they're not moving, eyes closed, and I guess that's what meditation is.
Like monk
Sometimes
style.
I feel like my mind's free, and I live in an apartment building. We have a sauna. I'll go in there, and I'll kind of feel like I'm getting the effect that people that meditate get, but that way.
All right, all right. All right, if you had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents who you are, Anton Kraly, what would you say that is?
That I believe anybody can have anything they want. It really is just a matter of believing in yourself and then being willing to work until you get there.
Love it, love it. Anton, this has been such a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Just that, yeah, you can really have whatever you want. I know when I started out, I always thought people were smarter than me and these really successful people had it all figured out. But the truth is we all figure it out as we go. And as long as you're making progress and not giving up, you can reach whatever it is you want to reach.
Anton, you are amazing. Wow, I love it. Anton, again, great pleasure. Thank you, my friend, for being on what is inspired by 12-minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Thank you so much, Angel.
You're welcome.
This segment has been brought to you by Amazon Enterprise.